What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Jay's Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. So this message has been on my mind for the last couple of days. I'm out here in the backyard. Starting to think of this as my little piece of Africa back here. As y'all can see, I got my flags out. Garden is doing good. Got a little bit of everything growing. But the topic that's been on my mind is, what is the U.S. coming to? What is America coming to? I've watched videos where a lot of YouTubers that are into gardening, they're talking about food shortages. They're talking about being prepared and having stuff stocked up, having a pantry full of your food, canning, dry foods, having alternate power sources, being prepared for the worst. Do I think this is wrong? No, not at all. Do I think that people should be in panic mode right now? No. And the reason why I say no is because I believe there is time. I believe there's time to be prepared for the worst. I think there's time to stock up, save up, putting a little bit of money away for a rainy day, a heavy rain, that is. I don't want anybody to feel like, or I don't think people should be in the mode where they're panicking and going crazy. I think that you have to sit down and make a plan for what's best for you and your family and what fits your lifestyle. We definitely are in a different time in the United States. I'm not saying that we haven't seen things of this sort or this nature in the past, but the thing about it is most of us wasn't there in the past. Most of us didn't deal with the civil rights movement. Most of us didn't deal with starvation. We haven't dealt with some of the bigger blows that happen. So I'm not even gonna say the word. So that C-19, it was something that I think 90% of us or more had never been through, had never seen. And it has an effect on this country that I believe has not totally been seen yet. And why I say this is because when I was growing up, I used to hear a lot about crack babies. And we had a lot of crackheads. It was an epidemic. A lot of people ODing, not only on crack, but heroin and other things like that. And it was serious. You know, everywhere, everybody had crackheads in their neighborhoods, and a lot of them had them in our families. Some of them were functional crackheads that went to work every day, and you would have never known. The only person that knew they were smoking was the dope man. Some of them you knew was smoking. They would be out on the street begging for money. They would come cut your front and your back grass, clean out the gutters, cement your front steps, all for $35. Y'all remember that, for those that are up in age. crack destroyed a lot of black families. I believe it also took a lot of mom and dads out of the home where a lot of these kids raised themselves. But this time, we went from kids raising themselves or raising their siblings, being responsible for their siblings, to now we had children during C-19 that were at home with the parents. Those parents that couldn't go to work, for a time here in Michigan, we were shut down. And I think during that time, a lot of parents that didn't have to take responsibility for their children, they had to. A lot of people send their children off to school, and it's up to the teacher to educate them and discipline them and teach them different things. So what we have now, we went from crack babies to pandemic babies. The story is still out. These are a different type of kids. I'm also seeing that parenting has changed in a lot of households. Some parents are scared of their kids. Some parents will not go and discipline their child because of what they fear is somebody else coming in the home to arrest them for physically discipline their child. We're not talking about beating no child or nothing like that, but spanking a child. Which, my age, you got that. And I truly believe I needed it when it was necessary, because as a black man in this country, I'd rather my father had did it or my mother did it versus the police doing it with a gun. I can't come back from a gun. I can come back from a good whooping. And I believe parents, when I was growing up, they taught good lessons. I'm going to be a while, y'all. They taught good lessons. You got spankings for the right reasons. You were taught not to speak out of turn. You were taught not to speak when adults were speaking. When adults were in the living room, you was in your bedroom. You didn't come out. You watched your tone with your mom and dad. You spoke to them with respect, regardless if it was respect or fear. You spoke to them a certain way. Your tone was a certain way. Your voice wasn't too deep. It wasn't too high. It was right in the middle of respect, because you didn't want to get popped in your mouth. Aunties and uncles, you said auntie before you said their name. You said uncle before you said their name. You didn't say huh, you said yes. And when your parents called you, you came to see what they wanted instead of yelling from your room. What? All those things would get you popped. Now we have a society where kids raise their voice. The tones are not respectful. They get to a certain age that they can talk back and do certain things. Not my children, but I'm just talking about some. They are taking these behaviors into the classrooms. And I believe in a lot of ways, when you back off being strict and you give these children anything that they want, you raise somebody that believes that the world owes them something. When you have children that play sports and they lose, but everybody gets a trophy, you raise children that will not be able to handle a loss. And in life, as we all know, you will have losses. You will have failures. You will have disappointments. And if you teach a child that no matter what you do, no matter what effort you put in, that the end result is that you will be rewarded, how do you think they'll handle it when they get out on in the real world and find out that's not the way that life works? They won't be able to handle difficult times. They won't be able to manage during tough times. So if you had a child from my generation, or you have a child that the mother is doing everything, or the father, or both parents are doing everything necessary to raise this child and instill good values in this child, that child will be able to move forward in life and understand that there will be challenges. And a lot of these children that have this discipline in the home, they may not like it, but this discipline is giving them value. And they'll find that as they grow up, that what their parents were pouring into them was for more good for them than it was the parent. So we deal with the COVID, the C-19. You go from the children wondering what the C-19 babies are going to be like. Then all the people that passed during this C-19, a lot of people lost a lot of loved ones. I think about those that died alone by themselves because they wouldn't allow families to come in there. And on the other side of it, besides the hurt and the pain and the anguish and the disbelief on what was going on, you have it where all these people that passed, they had jobs. Most of them, I would say those that weren't retired or elderly. So the people that were out in the working field that passed, who's going to take their job? Who's going to do that job that they had? Whether it was somebody that worked in a bank, somebody that worked for the feds, somebody that worked for the government, somebody that worked at Walmart, somebody that worked at Red Lobster, whatever the case may be. A lot of owners passed away of small businesses. So with all these people gone, I mean, in the blink of an eye, who do you get to replace these people? Who wants to work? I made a video a while back during the C-19, and everybody was off work, and they started to go back to work. And my video was about, do you tell your child to go back to work, or do you tell your child to keep accepting a $600 a week paycheck from unemployment? And my thoughts was, go back to work, because work comes with benefits. And I still believe that. Unless you was coming out with your own business, unless you had something on the side where you were doing construction or working on houses or painting, something that was bringing income in for you and your family, or just you if you were single, I understand that. But now you have it. Me and the wife went to a Red Lobster. Not a Red Lobster, went to Olive Garden. Half of the restaurant was closed and half of it was open. And they were cramming everybody into one side of this Olive Garden. And I asked the lady, is this place are y'all closing? Or she said, no, is due to the C-19. C-19, you know, we've been past, you know, not past it, but everybody been back to work and this and that. And then I thought about it. Oh, they don't have enough workers. I'm running out of light here, y'all, and I'm y'all see me, you know, blended in. But they don't have enough workers. So half of the restaurant was closed. But yet and still, you know, see, the C-19 is still around, but you got all these people enclosed in this restaurant. Does that make it safer for the customer? No, but that restaurant believes they have to stay open to make money. So they was cramming everybody on one side. I'm trying to find a way to get some light on me. They were putting everybody on one side of the restaurant. So you know that's a higher chance of everybody coming up with something. So me and the wife, I decided it was best for us to go elsewhere. But I'm saying all this to say, from food shortages to education to this new generation that's coming up to the workforce that's out here, a lot of these businesses have to change hours because they don't have enough people to work. A lot of these businesses can't go back to their 24-hour schedule, these restaurants, because there's not enough people to work. The jobs are not paying more because there's not enough people, which I believe that's the only way to get people to come in. If you have a job, if you have a place, a business, and you can't get people to come in and work, you're going to have to pay more. And that might not be feasible for you. It might not keep you in business. But how else are you going to get people to come through the door to work for you? There are some jobs that are giving bonuses for people coming in. A lot of jobs took bonuses away because they feel that the C-19 is gone away and it's no longer here. And it's not as bad as it used to be. So every business is suffering in their own way. And everybody in the United States is going through something. Gas prices are sky high. Gas prices here are about, between $4.40, $4.70, something like that in Detroit area and surrounding cities. So you add that into the mix. Can I afford to get to work? Can I try to set this other phone in here somehow? Can I afford to get to this job? How far is this job? You think these jobs are going to give their employees pay incentive to come to work or gas cards? A lot of them, no, they're not. You're going to be responsible for making it on your own. We are living in a different world in a different time. So do I think you should panic? Don't do anything in a panic, because if you do it in a panic, you're going to miss something, you're going to forget something. I was trying to get out the house today so we make it out to the park and enjoy the weather. I wanted to leave early and I ended up not leaving out till 11. And you know what I did rushing? I forgot the pork and beans in the garage on the shelf while I set them because to get ready to put them in the car. So when you get to panicking, you get to rushing, you forget things. You don't do things right the first time. But make a plan. I, a black man of 47 years old, have never seen this in my life. Maybe my grandmother saw it when she was alive. Maybe some of y'all are older than me and y'all have seen it. But for the average person, that doesn't have a degree or doesn't have a career and you just have a job. For the average plant worker that doesn't have a side hustle, or a person that doesn't have a skill that they can get paid for. I don't care if it's redesigning homes. I don't care if it's painting, cutting grass, whatever the case may be. If you don't have that hustle where you can make extra money and you're dependent on a job, I don't know. Because everything is going up. Food is going up. Gas is up. Wood is up. The housing market is up. And now here in Michigan, or I don't know if it's around the whole United States, they're trying to push rent up to $2,000 a month. And I guess that's for like maybe a 2-bedroom apartment or something like that. I know people that are staying in areas that I wouldn't pay $800 to live in are paying $1,800. And you have to understand, I heard of one man talking, brother BNX had posted the man's video, and the man was saying that his daughters wanted to get into an apartment building. And the apartment building was like $1,800 a month. But the apartment building, in order for his girls to move in, his 2 daughters, the apartment building wanted each daughter to be able to show that they were making over $5K a month. And his daughters were 21. So if you making it, if it costs that much to get into an apartment, let's say $2,000 a month, and they want you to make $5,000 a month to be able to get approved for it. And in the house market, if a $40,000 house is now worth $120,000, what are you gonna do? Are we gonna go back to the days or do like other races do, where 3 families are staying in one home? Now, we're not talking about people that already got a house or a mortgage or whatever. We're talking about people out here that's looking for a place. People out here that want to buy a home. And that $40,000 home is not in a good area. That was $40,000, now it's $120,000, or now it's $85,000. So you got, you say, well, dang, I can't get in on rent because I'm not making $5,000 a month. And I'm not saying to some $5,000 is pocket change, but to others, that's a lot of money a month, especially at 21. So if rent is high, to get into a new home, or to purchase a home, it's too high. What do you do? Where do you go? Where are you going to stay? You got to have some type of plan. A plan A, a plan B. So you got houses that, the house market, apartments are sky high. Gas is sky high. But your job ain't going up in pay. Your job ain't giving you a $5 increase. Your job ain't giving you a $10 increase. Your job is not giving you a gas increase on your check to help you make it to work. What are you going to do? We are living, I remember, if y'all remember Hoodlum, and there the one guy said, it's inflationary times. And that's what it is. We are living in inflationary times. And the only advice that I could give, become a minimalist. Spend less. Stop buying things you don't need. Sell off the things that you don't use. Start to downsize on things. Make better decisions with your money. Now I'm talking to myself too. Believe me, I'm talking to myself too. But I don't think we've seen the worst of worst. I just don't think that it's gonna get better no time soon. But keep yourself in a mentally good place. You know, I took a look at my 401k. Stocks down, that means your 401k down. Be aware of your surroundings. Stop living in a bubble. Really start looking at things. Look what's coming out your account. Go to your bank and tell them you need a monthly statement of everything that came out of your account. You'll be surprised of things that we are paying for that we don't even remember signing up for repeat payments into your bank account. It's down to $50. And you start seeing something come out. You're like, what was that? I just had $50 in my account. I was about to put some gas in my tank. Start seeing what's coming out. Because I know I just canceled my Spotify, I canceled my Netflix, I canceled my Amazon Prime. Be aware of where your money is going. It's the summertime here in Michigan, so if you're in warm weather, put some seeds in the dirt. My man Stacy over Hands in the Dirt said, if you got seed, you better put them in the dirt. The initial cost sometimes may be a little high to start your garden, depending on what your taste is and what you can afford. You can really grow out of a garbage bag with some a grocery bag with some dirt and some seed, or spending $2 for four of the same plants at some places. You can cut down on that. You can buy dirt or put it dead in the ground. Find your area in your yard. If you got a patio, grow out of a bucket. Worst come to worst, grow out that plastic bag. Throw some dirt in the bag and grow out of there. You'd be surprised. But we are living in different times. We have seen kids going into schools, doing things that we would have never thought of. And it's been going on for years. We are still dealing with a lot of hate. We are dealing with, like when I talked about kids being soft, that leads into teenagers being soft adults. We are living in an age where, people are going to talk about you. It's always been bullies. When you're grown, it's still bullies. And these kids are not able to take what's given to them. And it has to be a reason behind it. And what do? They go out and take their anger out on others. We have people that will drive 4 hours out of their way out of hate, and can't say that a black person did anything to them. But you're on a website, and as a child, you're being around people that preach hate, so you're taking it in and you're spewing it out, not only with your mouth, but with your guns. Watch your surroundings. Watch your bank account. You might even have to stop going unnecessary places where you don't need to go. Cut back on some things. Stock up on everything. I always heard, different sayings about, if you sit down for a year, you'll be ahead 5 years. Might not be able to take a vacation this year. Might have to wait the next year. Just stacking up. But we are in different times, man. People's mind states are different. You can hear it in the conversations. The conversations are getting dumber, pettier. We stuck in what Will Smith did. We stuck on sports and what this team is, this and that. And there's so much other important things that are going on in this world. Some of us, we want to party all the time. But I want you to look around you. Look around your job. Look around your house. Start looking at your kids, how they carry themselves. Start asking these kids questions. Ask your kids questions. Key questions of things that you want to know about them. Key questions about decisions. Ask them things that you went through as a child to get to understand them and what they would do in certain situations or what they think about certain things that are happening in society. You might be surprised on what you hear. You might be disappointed in what you hear. But that's the time where you can step in and explain to them, baby, that's not the right way. Son, that's not how a man carries himself. You wonder what's all going on in the black community. We have to watch what we hear and what we see. I mean, that goes for everybody, but especially in the black community. We have so many rappers and movies that will teach you that it's okay to kill each other, that it's fine to sell dope, it's fine to call women bees, it's fine to disrespect your black sisters. And all the positive messages, all the positive shows are far and few in between. There's a reason for that. We are in a state where TikTok and videos and viral videos are controlling our every thought. We wake up, we look at our phone, we go to sleep, we look at our phones, we on the toilet, we look at our phones, we at work, ain't supposed to be on the phone, we on the phone, we driving, we looking at the phone. You say a word and it show up on every one of your social sites. You can say coffee. Coffee show up everywhere. You can say Walmart. Next thing you know, you go on your Facebook, Walmart should pop up. You go on your Instagram, Walmart pop up. You know they listening. You know they track everywhere you go, every store you go in. Google wants all your account numbers. We really got to start looking, watching, listening. Do things that align with your soul and you can feel it. When it don't align with your soul, it ain't gonna fit. It ain't gonna fit right with you. It ain't gonna sit right with you. You have men out here with no type of discipline, men out here with no type of character that would do anything and everything under the sun for $1. Anything and everything for something that don't belong to them. And I'm not saying that the world is coming to an end. I'm not saying that it's all bad times from here. I'm not saying that. There's always time to rejoice for being alive. There's always time to rejoice for being here another day, because if you're here another day, your purpose is still there. Another day, start all over again. Try to get it right this time. I'm not saying I got all the answers, because I'm far from not having all the answers. I'm 47 and I'm still learning every day. I'm learning something new. As much as I can learn, as much as given to me, as much as a person want to teach me, I'm willing to learn. I'm even willing to see things a different way. When me and my wife have our talks, she will always be on a different angle and see things a different way. She will always try to get me to see it in a different way, even if she agrees with me. Sometimes I think we get stuck in our own world, our own little circle, and we believe that everything is aligned with what we're doing. And if that's the case, when you rest your head, the world will stop moving, but it doesn't. When you rest your head, the whole neighborhood will go to sleep, but it doesn't. So look around. Peep out your neighbors. Peep out your co-workers. Listen to people. Listen to yourself. Does anything that, and when you talk, do you hold any value? Are you helping changing anybody's life? Are you dropping jewels on somebody if you're older and you got a young person around you? Are you helping somebody out? Are you being the best you? Because in these times, that's all we can do is be the best us. The best version that we have. Help somebody. Teach somebody. Listen to somebody. Somebody might just need an ear without you criticizing them or judging them. They may need just an ear to listen. Somebody to listen that could stop them from falling off the edge. Love y'all with the love of the Lord. I want the best for everybody. And I want y'all to keep your head on the swivel. Don't give up. Don't give in. Keep fighting. Make time for your loved ones. Make time to relax. Spend quality time with them kids. Talk to them. You know, check their mental. They may need to go talk to a psychiatrist. They may need to talk to a counselor and tell that counselor things that they may not feel comfortable talking to you about. Don't get mad because they don't feel comfortable about them talking certain things with you. Just do it because you're looking out for that child. You might need to go talk to somebody. You may be suffering depression. You may be suffering from low self-esteem. Your heart may still be broken from a previous relationship. When it comes to these jobs, man, you got to find your happy place. I'm thinking right now, do I want to work for less money and be happier doing something I enjoy? Because a peace of mind goes way longer than a job or money. A peace of mind is worth millions. Believe that. Who wants to die from stress? Who wants to get cancer from being worried? Y'all, I'm on the swivel right now. I'm in this backyard and see bats flying through all that. It get late. You got to watch it. So, yeah, y'all, I'm at going on 40 minutes. So I'm going to get on out of here. But I'm going to ask y'all to do this. Share the video. Put it on your Facebook, Instagram. Send it to somebody. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. maybe I'll be able to live my dream and do YouTube and travel the world and be able to make videos from all over the world, all over Africa, doing things that help other people out, helping on the continent, being able to build schools or nurseries or villages or whatever the case may be. That's my dream. I want to travel, do videos, help people, get you, from one place to another that'll make you more comfortable, make you more happy, more satisfied in life. That's my goal. Just remember, each one teach one. Pay it forward. Do something nice for somebody. Do something nice for yourself. If you do a lot of things nice for yourself, do something for somebody. And if you don't do enough nice things for yourself, take yourself out. Women, for a mani-pedi. If you can't afford a mani-pedi, get you a nice little chair. Go out by the water with a Pepsi or a water and just relax. Go for a walk. Fellas, go do something nice for yourself. If you work hard, you deserve it. And once again, like I say, man, everybody that watches my videos and leave comments, even if you don't leave a comment and you just watch, man, much love to y'all, much respect. Man, I have so many people. I'm not gonna say so many people. The people that I have that come to me, you know who you are, that give me props on my videos, that leave messages. My co-workers that do. Brian, shout out to you. Monique, shout out to you. Deidre, shout out to you. It's definitely feels good to hear people say, I like that video you put up yesterday. Kevin, shout out to you. It feels good to know that somebody is watching. I don't care if it's one person that's getting something out of it or getting blessed out of it. You know, I get geek when I got 47 views. I really get geek when the views really get up there. And it's not so much about, so many people watch the video. It's that I touched so many people, that I was able to share my life with somebody. My channel was called Jay's Life Out Loud because I'm sharing my life out loud. My wife says sometimes that I tell too much of my business, and I see it as a testimony. Them firecrackers, y'all, ain't nobody shoot. Even though we in the D, but I see it as my testimony, and I'm not gonna stop testifying. I want to help as many people as I can, and I say I want to get to 1,000, because if I get to 1,000 and I go higher, whatever, and I start getting paid for these videos, then I'll be able to go out and help more people from being monetized, and I'll be able to reach more people and do more things. So that's why I want to get there. And I'll, if the money is right, I'll be free to be able to leave my job and go do this full time. And maybe I'll be like my man, Gold Black or Watamaya or the Tigress, or who else? Black Acres of the Gambia. I'm trying to think. The Venture Bandits, the Arrivals. Who else? I know I'm missing somebody. The Happy Companion. Be like some of these people and be out there living their best life, and then paying it forward. So, from my heart, I love y'all, and I appreciate all the support. Until the next time, I'm out.